Isaac has been advising me this way. He always has the best knowledge. He's always ahead psychologically, and he has more information. Then it is a confirmation that he has more experience. But why is he giving me this advice but doing the opposite? And you must have an inflated sense of deserving. These women need to give me a chance. I deserve these women, and I need to make sure that I end up with them. You just know that you deserve them. You know that you need to chase them. That triggers her to try and figure out how a man of that knowledge can just sleep around with other women when he knows what he is talking about and he has more knowledge. Why is he operating in that manner? Maybe he is so special. Every lady wants him. That is why he is sleeping around with these other women. That is her understanding. Now, eventually, you will end up realizing that she will also want you because other women have already selected you. And the advice that you gave her a different perception about how she understands you and a different lens about how you see the world. Now that she doesn't fully understand you, she knows maybe you are the special guy she needs to date. Like you have some narcissism in you. So you try so hard, you give out the best advice, the best knowledge. She learns that you are the guy who knows what you're talking about because your advice works. So, knowledge-wise, you are ahead of her. But then, you're just sleeping around with other women. This is a confirmation that maybe you are again still selecting other women, and none of the women is worth committing to. She asked herself, maybe I need to qualify myself to this guy so that I can also just sleep around with him. Maybe I need to do this so that I can be worth him. What the fuck? Now, now, for example, telling her that sleeping around is wrong gives her a perception that you are doing it because you have high demand. Maybe you haven't just found your type yet. So it changes and signals a psychology that because you have more knowledge, then you are totally different and she can also try to compete for you. It just signals her that maybe you know what you're doing. And sleeping around might not be wrong, but you're trying to select the best female. So let her just also compete for you to find out if that is what you are looking for, the best female, because you are on a high demand and you don't want to end up with a woman that is not worth committing to. And now psychologically, she has fully figured out how you operate, who you are, how you act, your weaknesses, your strengths. This lady right now can exit without feeling the guilt, because at the end of the day, she will console herself and ignore the guilt by replacing it with a false illusion that I felt for that guy because he was more knowledgeable. I thought this is how he operated, this is his character, but I just found out that he's not my type. But reality is, she just also wanted to experience you so that she can know who you really are, why you are giving out the best knowledge, but you're not acting upon to your values and to that knowledge. She has a sense that she can easily control you. Let's talk about men who gossip. When you gossip about others, it gives her a sense that this is a guy who wants to look good in comparison to others. This guy right here is suffering from a low self-esteem. It's a confirmation that he has a weak spot. And the weak spot is, I want to look good in front of her. So I am validating myself to this lady. But the lady is trying to look for that weak spot so that she can pretend that she's there for you, she is listening, she's understanding. But then later on, you will realize that she was only giving you that sense so that you can lay down your guard and trust her. After trusting her, now she can get the value she wants from you. Obviously, I want something from you. That is why I am pretending that I like your gossiping character and behavior, and I will even also contribute to that conversation. Maybe you have a value that she really needs from you and she needs your help. So having a high cooperation and contributing to your conversation gives you a false belief that she is in love with you and you can trust her. You are the guy she needs. That is why she is acting as if you can rely on her. And upon trying to figure things out why she walked away, you will realize that she just never liked you. Why am I telling you this? This is private, but let me just be open to you and tell you something. I once had a mentor, and this mentor had a girlfriend. They were in love, but then later on the girlfriend betrayed him. But the girlfriend was the one who made her move on this mentor of mine. After years back, trying to reconnect with him, we never had personal conversations. It was all about work. So I admired that in him. After trying to move on with life, I decided, let me at least reach back to my mentor and give him his flowers. So that was the plan all along. But then upon having a conversation, I don't know if he was going through a lot, but he talked so much about other people. And it was so negative. I almost found myself also contributing. But then later on, I came to a realization that, remember, this is my mentor. He has really changed and this is not who he is. This character, it was a longer conversation. I had framed him earlier on and structured him in a certain way. But then I asked myself, why am I listening? This is just my mentor. I told myself, I reached out, so maybe he understood it in a different way. But listening to him and picking his calls, I will be entertaining his gossiping character. And that is not how I viewed him. I just want this to be done in a professional way whereby you don't get personal and talk about your personal life. But the boundary is slowly breaking down, and how he used to carry himself years back, this is not how he is carrying himself right now. Maybe he's going through a lot, let me just listen. But then, how will I listen if it's not about what he is going through, but it's about gossiping other people? Maybe that was his survival mechanism. After ending a conversation in a very understanding way, I just blocked his number. Now, I understand why the lady approached him at first, fell in love, but then later on betrayed him. Women will pretend that they can also listen, they can also gossip, but then later on, they can't take the gossip anymore. It's too much, it's draining, because she also has to talk about the person you're talking about. So in that process, if you were supposed to help her, oh, what the fuck, man. So the lady needed his value, but then the lady realized that the guy has a weakness of gossiping about other people. And she knew that you can only talk about other people when you have a low self-esteem. And she took advantage of that. But then maybe the guy thought that that made that lady to like him more. But it's just a false perception to get you think that that is why she liked you more. So I'm giving you this information on an evidence on something that I know happened. So the lady knew psychologically how this guy operated. The guy can only stop talking to me when I will eventually betray him, because I can't take the gossiping anymore.